I always wait for that screen to go away, but it's press the X button. I can't read. I'm also looking away and stuff. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. My name is David69. We are playing Phoenix Wright, Justice for All. I'm also looking at other stuff, as you can notice. Because I just got home. Alright. We good to go? Phoenix Wright. I don't know what I introed like. Shall we do this again? Let's do this again. No. Let's play it again. We were about to go on trial to defend Maya again. So, Mr. Wright, are you prepared? Yes, Your Honor. Why does he always seem mad at me? Mr. Phoenix Wright, you must be a little shocked because I am a woman, correct? Hello, kids, stay long lurking, wanted to say hi? Hello. Hope you're good, kitty. Hold on, so she's the famed successor to Prosecutor von Karma? I am Franziska von Karma, the prodigy. I see. Well, life too, wanted support. Appreciate it. Amnesia the game. This game is more Amnesia than the Amnesia series. Which is also actually called Amnesia. One day I should play those games. I have them. How are you, Echo? I see. I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge. To be honest, I don't know if I want to give her this voice. Because... well, she's gonna have a lot of lines. Revenge? Is this about her father, Manfred von Karma? If it's something of a personal nature, I'm sure you can... Ow! I'm talking. If you interrupt again, my whip will do the speaking for me. Please speak with your mouth like a normal person. I beg of you. Yeah! Make no mistake, I will defeat you. Prepare to go down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Prosecutor von Karma, your opening statement, please. Those of von Karma blood have only one fate, and that is perfection. The defendant Maya Fey will find no escape from her guilt on my watch. Very well. What is the defense's position? Your Honor, does the defense wish to enter a plea of not guilty? Yes. Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams. 10 minutes. I give the defense 10 minutes before it changes its plea. That's right. I'll have you running for the justified self-defense plea in no time. Justified self-defense? A plea usually reserved for when a person unintentionally kills in defense of themselves. We could very easily make a solid case that it was self-defense, but the defense stands by the plea of not guilty, Your Honor. Because to plead justified self-defense is to say you did kill someone. How foolish. If that's how you want to play it, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I shall now call the first witness. She's just as scary as her father. Like father, like daughter, I suppose. I thought it was gonna be Laura. Witness, your name and occupation. Yes, sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe. I'm a detective at the local precinct. Get to the point already. Explain to the court the details of this murder. Yes, sir. If everyone would please look at this map. The channeling chamber has no windows and the door was locked shut. At the time of the murder, only the victim and the defendant were in the room. What were they doing in there? They were channeling a spirit, sir. Channeling a spirit? That's quite the look of disbelief there, Your Honor. Anyway, a few minutes after the channeling started, gunshots were heard coming from inside the room, sir. A few of the witnesses broke the door down and rushed into the room. Ah, that's when they found that the victim was already dead, correct? I believe this is one of the most open and shut cases I have ever presided over. More plans added to the court record. So how was the victim killed? I was about to get to that. Stop wasting my time, then. The direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead, sir. The shot was fired from point-blank range. But before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. So the victim was stabbed before being shot. This is the victim's autopsy report, sir. The court accepts it into evidence. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. The murder weapon, Detective Gumshoe? Whose pistol was it? Would have gotten here sooner. Got sudden onset amnesia. Couldn't remember the channel I usually hang out in. Oh, throw. I didn't anticipate something. CRS spreading globally. I didn't expect the extreme difficulty of It Takes Two to take hold of my dad. Man, we should be streaming that shit. Yeah, I mean, we're doing it at his house. Hey, I was competent all the way through. Yeah, I carried it through Resogun. I saved all the men. You saved no men. Oh boy. We carried us through the whole game. Yep. You were beating the level, I was saving the people. That's how it works. That's the vision of labor throw. Hope you enjoy living in my shoes with your dad. I do. See, but It Takes Two is so it's such an easy game, right? Not for some people, apparently. Yep. Apparently not. Hey, we did one full chapter already. 0 trophies. Nice. Can't be 0 trophies, should have gotten one for finishing the chapter at a minimum? I don't think so. I mean, I know I didn't get it. It's been a while. It's been a while since we did it. No, I think all the trophies are miscellaneous. Yeah. There's only one trophy that is unmissable, which is beating the game. Oh, I'm talking about It Takes Two. You're talking about Phoenix, right? Man, I think I'm already regretting the voice I gave Von Karma. We'll see. The murder weapon, Detective Gumshoe. Whose pistol was it? It was the victim's. The victim? No, why would he have? Shame we don't have creative direction to change it. Yeah, I don't. It's her voice. What? How can I change her voice? That's the way it is. Who would he have? Why would he have a pistol? Who cares? The point that you are missing is whose fingerprints are on that pistol. If you're not already paying attention to that, then I suggest you start. Fingerprints? There were fingerprints? Along with the victims. The defendant, my face, were also on the grip, sir. Hmm. So the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder weapon. Walks right into her hands there. The Hulk Hogan creative control? I don't know what that means. Got beyond good and evil on a whim today? Oh, I'm so sorry. I feel like that's the kind of game that I would probably still enjoy. I think you'll regret it. Why? Even when it came out, I don't think it was that great. And I doubt the age helps. I was actually just listening today to call and say the exact same thing. Like, all he remembers from that game is the photography. I also remember the wandering around in the hovercraft. But I don't know. I don't think that game is as good as Ubisoft thinks it is. When Hulk Hogan went to WCW after WWF, he had the final say in what his character would do. He became a bad guy and refused to put some people over. What's putting people over? What does that mean? Sure, it'll be dated, but you guys both love Castlevania, which feels like trying to control a drunk corpse. To each their own, I guess. No, I love the aesthetics of Castlevania, and I love the modern post-Symphony of the Night Castlevanias. I don't know, man. I hope it's your favorite game of all time. I'm just cautioning you. Point blank, huh? So, about how far away is that? It's anywhere between 12 to 20 inches away. How do you know he was shot at point blank? Mr. Phoenix, Wright. I grow tired of the foolish foolery of the foolish fools of this foolish country. Excuse me? Gunpowder burn. Gunpowder burn? When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Gunpowder exploding is what makes a bullet fire, and that gets real hot, pal. I was preparing for Beyond Good and Evil 2 and it comes out in 20 years, yes. I already played it. If it's even more dated than I'm hoping, oh well, at least it's pretty short. It was made today, it would be 100 hours. Yeah. I never beat it, so I don't know how long it is. One day I'll go back and play it as well. Possibly regret it. Possibly not. No, Beyond Good and Evil 2 is definitely coming. Right after Silk Song. You'll see. And after that, it's Bloodborne 2. By the way, a lot of rumors. Was that the guy from Bloomberg, Jeff Grubb, saying PS3 emulator soon? Maybe soon? Wild? I don't even remember that. Young Good and Evil 2 Live Service Edition might come one day, in which case I stand by my statement. Young Good and Evil 2 is never coming. That's wild. Someone says the PS3 MU is coming every other month. Yeah, the Bloomberg guy is a knowledgeable guy, right? It's not... Let's not throw 7 saying the PS3 emulator's coming. What? What did Chris say? Not Jason. Maybe I'm saying the wrong person. I think it was Jeff Grubb. Cyan, thank you for the resub. For 71 months. Appreciate it very much. Jeff Grubb gives you even more stuff wrong. Jason Schreier is actually pretty good, I think. And the only guy still doing investigative journalism. But I also think that it's what Colin says when someone told him that that Bloodborne was being worked on. Sometimes plans change, I guess. I don't think it's always... I don't think it's always bad information. I think sometimes plans also change. I'm sure the people that I pay attention to have really made this a bigger deal than it is. But it feels like people are hyped later with the return of the PS2 games. I'm sure the mainstream people don't even know about it. PS3 MU stuff has been rumored for like 3 years now, so just filed in the I don't care until I see it bucket. Yeah, I get that. But, man, it would be amazing. Baseless conjecture. Stop badgering the witness. There were definitely some gunpowder burns left on the victim's forehead. Oh, I never knew that. Live and learn, I guess. The Bloodborne remaster. I just told you, it's coming right after Silk Song. Stabbed. And what was he stabbed with? A fruit knife. I see. And whose knife was it? It looks like it belongs to the face, sir. And, of course, my face fingerprints are all over it. All over it, huh? This does not look good. Ha 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 ha. What will you do now, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? The wound... no, I won't. How severe was the wound? If it had been half an inch more to the right, it would have hit the victim's heart. Silksong is a CIA psyop to drive a segment of gamers insane. Oh, yeah. My dad wants to... Well, I told him he should. buy the Tomb Raider trilogy, I forgot to send him my bank info. If you sign up, you'll get to test out Silk Song. That's how you get them. The youth is lost. All they care about these days is Silk Songs. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand. This testimony makes it sound like Maya had stabbed him with intent to kill. Are you sure he was stabbed first, then shot? Yep, sure as can be. One look at the wounds and you'd come to the same conclusion too, pal. A fool is a fool who will only listen to the foolish opinions of other foolish fools. A pistol shot to the forehead at point blank is certainly enough to kill instantly. Does it matter then which was first? Think a little more before you open that big mouth of yours, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What a pain. Shall we turn? You don't want to listen to Von Karma the entire trial? What is that accent? I don't know, that's her accent. You want to blame her for having an accent? We have clearly established how the victim was murdered. I brought the 2 murder weapons with me today. Very well, the court accepts them into evidence. The date and time of death was June 19th at 3:15 p.m. Eyewitnesses claim to have heard 2 gunshots at this time. And 2 murder weapons, both with the defendant's fingerprints on them, huh? This does seem like an open and shut case. Naturally. This is going from bad to worse. As if the summary just now wasn't oversimplifying things to the extreme. Your Honor, feel free to slam that little gavel of yours. After all, there is no room left for a doubt, is there? That is quite true, Mr. Wright. Yes? Even in the face of all this, do you still wish to plead not guilty? It's the opinion of this court that if you do not adjust your plea, you stand to lose. See, just as I promised Mr. Phoenix Wright, you would change your plea in less than 10 minutes. What will you do, Mr. Will you change to justified self-defense? Because now would be the time to do so. This is your final chance. This is a huge decision. I'd better think this through all the way. If we plead justified self-defense, we would basically be confessing to murder. After the trial, Maya's life would be ruined, and she'd be labeled a murderer. I can't let that happen. Your Honor, have you reached a conclusion, Mr. Wright? The defense will not change its plea. We will accept nothing short of a complete acquittal. You have sealed your fate, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Detective. Yes, sir. Present the final portion of your testimony, the final strike. Yes, sir. Now, see here. Proceedings are run by... Oh, yes, of course. Go ahead, detective, and give your testimony. So many characters this time. I think the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence. Sorry, pal, but there's an even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. So this is the costume. There certainly is evidence of a back spray of blood on this. This piece directly links my fate to the crime, sir. I see. The court accepts this into evidence. Alright, Mr. Wright. Mike's fingerprints on both murder weapons and blood splatters on her clothes. Could this situation get any worse? Ha! What's wrong? You seem to be at a loss. I think this is the last piece of testimony to the prosecution should have to offer. Feel free to sulk off with your tail between your legs, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Please stop calling me my full name, it's disturbing. A lot of people talking about the good doctor. Which doctor? The Doctor Who? Ah, yes, that doctor. Yeah. Hey. It's good to know that if you do extremely shitty things, Twitch will still pay you in full. Is it? Melty, you're not doing the Elden Ring, are you? Because you don't do DLC? You don't have the drive for DLC? Yeah, I get that. can disagree with you on about Elden Ring DLC existing. Personally, don't give a fuck about DLC. Yeah, I think there would be many advantages on just doing a sequel, because you know, although it seems like everyone's interested because we are in this hardcore space, the fact that the trophies and the achievements show that only 30% of people killed Moog shows how limited in scope that is, right? Why would you limit yourself? Is it because you don't want to advance technologically? I get that. But also, it's not like there's a big leap technologically between Demon Souls and Dark Souls, or I guess Dark Souls 2 does have a bigger leap because of the lighting and stuff. That's pretty unique and different in that game. But Dark Souls 1 looks exactly like Demon Souls. Very close. Miyazaki's a certified gatekeeper, I guess. Dark Souls was one big connected world, Demon Souls wasn't though? Yes, I know. What I mean is, that's not advancing technologically, that's advancing in design. And starting from scratch lets you do the design that you want. Even if you sold this as a standalone thing, like Spider-Man Miles Morales would be better than it being DLC. And maybe you can import your character, or maybe you can start from scratch. But it would be immediately more accessible to every single possibly interested consumer. I find it weird that you wouldn't want to try selling it to the people. Was it meant to be accessible? Oh, my bad. They don't want any money. I forgot about that. Right. This company lives without money. Does not want to sell. Not everything is about money? If you can't create art without selling it, then it's first about money. Always. If someone is paying for your art and you can do whatever you want, it's not about money. If you need to sell it, it's money first. Now, you can approach it in a mercenary fashion, or in a I'm gonna try to be as close to what I want to do as possible without being compromising, but you also need to be responsible, because, I mean, there are people working under you that you need to take care of. You can't make the game that only one person can play. Hey, we spent a year making this game. Only the very first customer will be able to purchase it. It's possible. Is that profitable? No. You can't divorce art completely from the financial side. That would be an ideal world, of course, but it's impossible. Yeah, I think a standalone DLC would be probably the best option here for appealing to more people, and at the same time not increasing the fidelity or whatever, like you reusing assets and stuff without getting flack for it. Why didn't you say so in your testimony earlier? You're kind of scary today, you know, pal. Come now, Mr. Wright. There's no need for that kind of attitude in my court. Alright, just please stop glaring at me like that. Maya's costume? Yeah, she was wearing this when we arrested her. Maya. She's wearing her channeling costume today, too. Is she not allowed to wear anything else? As you can see, it's covered. No green stuff. It's blood on the costume. Lab results show that it is the victim's blood. There is blood from the victim on the defendant's clothes. Definitely not good. So were there any other clues you could glean from this piece of evidence? Well... If you must change the topic, then the good detective here must testify again. But too bad, not enough time. Let's move on. Ah, yes. Miss Von Karma is perfectly correct. Now even the judge is on our side. If I bite off more than I can chew here, what should I do? Why is Miss Von Karma suddenly putting up resistance? There must be a reason as to why she suddenly threw out an objection like that. There must be something about this costume. I just have to look harder. Mr. Wright? Miss Von Karma's logic is perfect. There is no way for you to poke a hole in it. Ah, looks like my time is up. So, about the costume. Your Honor, actually there is something very wrong with this piece of evidence. What? What are you talking about, pal? Where is the problem you are talking about? I've come this far. There's no turning back now. The problem I have with this piece of evidence is here. I asked the court to please take a look at the sleeve of this costume. I didn't know where I was going with this. The sleeve? Oh, there's a tiny hole here. A hole? That wasn't in the report. Hold on. What's this around the hole? It smells faintly of gunpowder. Gunpowder? No one ever told me. A hole that smells of gunpowder? Looks like I found the hole I was looking for. Your Honor, the only logical conclusion you can make is that it must be a bullet hole. Order, order, order. This is a very grave matter. It's best we correct the court record first before anything else. Sorry about that. I guess we messed up, sir. Is she actually smiling? What else is she hiding? Pull yourself together, detective. That tiny hole doesn't change a thing. The strength of the evidence still holds. Continue with your testimony. That just now was a fluke, nothing more. How can you say something like that? This is a huge oversight. Well, I agree it's a mistake on the part of the police. What Prosecutor Von Karma has said is true. The evidence still stands. You do not find a more definitive problem with the evidence than... No way. Detective Gumshoe, please continue with your testimony. Yes, sir. He wasn't fighting back? How do you know if he wasn't? Could find no evidence of the victim put up any sort of struggle, pal. So did the murderer have a fight with the victim or not? Depending on this, the circumstances around this murder changed drastically. We're in real trouble now. Only it's something to prove that the victim did fight back. But for Karma, she thinks she can decide the verdict with this testimony alone. I'll find a critical contradiction somehow, and then I'll have her. Justice for nobody? Well, that's when you play it, Sugars. How are you? Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes? Having you call me by my full name is kind of a weird feeling. You said that my client killed a person who without a doubt was not fighting back. Hey Arrow, how goes it? I'm good. Just enjoying my time with more Phoenix Wright. Yeah, I did. Then what, may I ask, is the bullet hole you police overlooked supposed to mean? You really don't want to know, David, for good? Why not? I ask. What does it mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means that the victim had fired off a shot. Is this what it means to not fight back? You're right. It seems you are correct. If the victim had tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything. What game are you guys talking about? Alright, the wind seems to be shifting. What is with that? What is with that "are you finished yet" laugh? Sugar's PC? Oh, okay. A real PC or a PC building simulator? Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? A real PC? Okay. Ms. Von Karma? It seems that Maya Fey was shot at by the victim. However, that is only just grounds enough to support a justified self-defense plea. That is correct. But I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, what the defense clearly said. They rejected justified self-defense and pleaded not guilty. Ah, no, you... Why, that's right. Summer's bad for medical stuff. Actually tired of playing Siege with people who don't want to be there. Tired of playing Siege with people who don't want to be there. Like me. But it wasn't me, he wasn't playing with me. Which means the defense has yet to prove anything at all. No. Well, yes, that's true. You guys are better teammates than what I get. Damn. We should multiplayer Phoenix Wright. Furthermore, just the fact that there is a bullet hole in the costume is not enough to substantiate even a plea of justified self-defense. Huh? How so? Ah! Don't just stand there. Hurry up and tell the court what transpired that day. Alright, have a good night, Jugas. Thanks for stopping by. With the new information we acquired, added in, of course. You mean by myself? You want me to put together the scenario all by myself? Ah! Yes, sir, right away, sir. During the channeling, the defendant saw a chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. Let's see now. The scenario you have put together does make sense. Yes, sir. Well, Mr. Wright? On the surface, it does seem to make sense. However, I won't give up that easily. Please, refrain from glaring at me like that. Well then, your cross-examination, please. There is quite a difference at height between Dr. Gray and the defendant. Add in body strength, and it seems unlikely the defendant could have stabbed the victim. Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess. You think you can get away with such flimsy reasoning, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Mayapay was in the middle of channeling, was she not? When channeling with the Kurain channeling technique, the medium physically changes with the nurse's speed. The defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. I don't believe it. She even studied up on the Kurain channeling technique. Yes, Mommy, I'm sorry, Mommy. Like I said before, I am perfect. About what you were talking about, I didn't quite get it. Never mind. Let's continue with the testimony. So, he was stabbed, but the stab wound didn't kill him. If you think about the blood loss, he was probably hurt pretty bad. How badly hurt would you say he was? Actually, I went to give blood the other day, and afterward I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy. I guess the damage was maybe about 10 times the dizziness. Ah! Sorry. Where in the world did that pistol come from? It looks like the victim, Dr. Gray, had specifically bought it for that day. But a handgun? He got it off the black market about 2 days before the murder. Why did Dr. Gray bring a gun? Was he taking precautions against something? So, you're saying that the bullet hole in this costume was made then? Sorry, pal, but yeah, that's what I think. The two of them were already fighting when a shot was fired. Right, I'm really glad you weren't hurt. Maya's never fired a gun before in her life. The victim had already taken off the safety. With the safety off, even an amateur like you can fire it, just by pulling the trigger. Even me, I wonder. Now, do you understand? Even Karma's logic is perfect. His testimony certainly makes us look very bad. Why does she want revenge? Shouldn't she want revenge on her dad, who was corrupt? Hey Dad, you tainted my name by being fucking corrupt. Well, there's gotta be a contradiction in there somewhere. Then covering it is going to uncover the truth. I can feel it. There's a contradiction? Then shot at point blank in the forehead. Is that not important? It's not in the it's not in the 3 lines we get about this. Look, I disagree with this on principle, but I don't think this is the contradiction. The closer you are, the easier it is to not miss. I'm not seeing it. Let me see. Did you press every statement? I think so. Yeah, I did. I'm not sure what that means, Malte. What I kind of would like to use is, like, he said you barely have any strength after being stabbed like this, so how can he still take out his gun and shoot? Yeah, no. Yeah, I think this one is pretty confusing. I don't know what it could be. Yeah, that's usually a clue, but yeah. His testimony certainly makes us look very bad. But there's gotta be a contradiction in there somewhere. Uncovering it is going to uncover the truth. I can feel it. Yeah, it's nothing. Like, I have plenty of ideas, but not in what regards to contradicting what he is saying specifically. Yeah, I don't know which one it could be, though. Is this the statement where I already presented the autopsy report? I don't think so. I think it's the next one. I'm gonna try again. Yeah, no. You know it? then say it. If you know it, say it. Yeah, but we already know that. She didn't get shot. Only her clothes got shot. He's saying she didn't? Is he saying she didn't? He missed. He did miss. I can try what you're saying, but if that's the solution, it doesn't make any sense. Because he did miss. He hit. He didn't hit her. He hit an empty surface. The bullet hole has no blood. Well, you were correct, and you are correct, but I don't think that makes any sense. Because to me, hitting someone's clothes and not hitting them is still missing. So, yeah, he took a shot and missed. That's true. Missing the tiny hole on this costume will be the prosecution's undoing. What do you mean? This little hole has actually created a huge hole in your testimony. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. You said the two of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point blank? If that were true, then where's the gunpowder burn on this costume? Gunpowder burn? Huh? Okay. Still does not make sense. Yeah, but this was a big stretch, I think. This is what you testified earlier. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Oh. But there is not a single trace of gunpowder burn on this costume. That is a very good point. By the way, I don't think anyone knows the answer to this, but when we go on the trial of the people versus Maya Fey and end the trial with another person being declared guilty, do they have the right to a trial, or are they that's it, you're just done? Yeah, her trial was your trial. We're not guilty, just accused. Are we sure about this? It seems like they are declared guilty at the end. What exactly does this mean? It means that when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other. Yeah, they stand trial at another time. 2 days later. Okay. I'm disappointed, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You think you can punch a hole in my logic with that? With wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can explain anything away. Then I implore you to disprove my line of thinking. Let's see. In the middle of their fight, the victim pushed the defendant away. And it was then, when they were separated, that he fired. How was that? As if that was even possible. According to testimony, the wound from the stabbing was very severe. The victim would not have had the strength to push the defendant very far after that. Oh, we made her sweat. We made mommy sweat. Well, then. That's right. The defendant must have pushed the victim away. After stabbing him, she must have put some space between the doctor and herself. And then while she was preparing to strike again, the doctor took his shot. There. That should satisfy even you. That does make an awful lot of sense. What do you think, Mr. Wright? I must be careful. I can't afford to make a mistake here. I knew David would find Warren Karma a waifu. I want to go on Warren Karma's Rule 34. Concentrate and think. Something doesn't make sense. There's a fatal flaw in our argument, Your Honor. Fatal? Oh, yeah, very interesting. I would love to see where this flaw is. Show me something that contradicts my explanation. There has to be a snag in her explanation somewhere. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. And when she was about to strike, the doctor took his shot. There must be a piece of evidence that contradicts this line of thinking. Uh-oh. No, I have HP. I don't want help on the first try. Her final strike was with the gun. So she couldn't be preparing to take the final strike. Is that a good line of thinking? I want to use the autopsy report again. Take a look at this. No. Why are you showing this to me, pal? Obscure Von Karma's explanation, this piece of evidence. Do not contradict. Huh? Looks like you need to use your brain a little more, pal. Being lectured by Gumshoe, of all people, is so embarrassing. Come on, hurry up and get that thinking cap on. Oh, this doesn't affect my HP. I think it's too soon for this. Oh, it's not. This is the piece of evidence that destroys your argument? What is that, a folding screen? I would like to point the court's attention to the hole in this folding screen. It looks like you already know what I'm talking about. Oh, where? What? Mr. Wright, your explanation, please? Are these two really that clueless? The bullet went through the defendant's sleeve first, then the folding screen. It passed through at a height of approximately 8 inches off the ground, which means... when the shot was fired, Maya, I mean the defendant, was not getting ready to strike, but was actually squatting low to the ground. Order! Order! This changes everything. Please look at this diagram of the crime scene. The victim, Dr. Gray, was here when he fired the shot, and the bullet hit this folding screen. It hit at this location, around 8 inches off the ground. At this time, the defendant was in this area. Somewhere around here. Uh-oh, the judge's face is crunched like he just smelled some serious bad breath. That is, I mean... Wait, I just realized I forgot to brush this morning. Excuse me while I freshen up. Sure? In the meantime, I want you to think things through again, Mr. Wright. Of course. Whoops. What's done is done. For now, I should focus on where Maya was at the time of the crime. What? Is she here? I guess not. Wait, let's save. Why would she be somewhere else? Where else can she be? How precise is this? What am I getting wrong here, guys? If she's not sitting in our location, and he just has bad aim, she has to be between him and the bullet hole, right? Where did you try? Here? 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 Not sure where else you can be. Right next to the bullet hole? She was standing here near the folding screen. Why would she be there? Oh, wait a second. We know the defendant was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet hole. But how can you gauge the distance from that? Isn't it possible that the defendant was standing much closer? Isn't it possible that the defendant was standing much closer to the victim? That's impossible. But why? You of all people should know the answer to that question, Miss Von Karma. If she were shot from somewhere closer, there would be gunpowder burns present. However, there is nothing of the sort around the bullet hole of this costume. Curse you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You... I believe it has now been proven that the defendant was standing a ways from the victim when she was shot at. Do you think this has changed the defendant's situation? It changes everything. Honestly, Your Honor, this changes everything. The prosecution has claimed that the defendant was aiming to kill by stabbing. If that were true, delivering the final strike with a knife would be ideal. However, where and what was the defendant doing at the time? Squatting all the way by the folding screen. Exactly. If Maya Fey was the real murderer, why would she be by the folding screen instead of preparing to strike? Upon further consideration, it does make very little sense. Yeah, I figured there had to be a reason. Figuring things out and proving the logic behind everything is your job. Oh. Alright, with this, the rest of the trial should be in the blast radius of disaster. You are such a smart man, Mr. Phoenix Wright. To think that you've been able to take a completely hopeless case to this point. Now I know why Papa had a tough time with you. You amuse me. All the things to inherit. Why did she have to be that smarmy... Why did it have to be that smarmy smile? Detective, how dare you damage my perfect logic? How is it all my fault? You can start repairing your standing by first removing the 3-strand goatee. Oh, and rest assured, your punishment will come later. Punishment? Yes, please! Well then, Your Honor, I think I've had all I can take of this detective's face. I think it's time to call in the next witness. Next witness? That's gotta be Lana. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. After we reconvene, we will hear from the next witness. Damn. Maybe I should take a break now. Oh, no, I'll take a break when we go back in. Phew, that was a close one. I know you were giving it your all to defend me, but I could feel the death penalty hanging in the air. Felt like I was pretty close to dying myself. But you were wonderful out there. You listened carefully, made theories, and tricked everyone into believing you. Thanks? Wait, tricked? That must be the lawyer's secret technique, right? By the way, is the next witness who I think it is? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Lana Hart. Oh, guess there's no escaping her, huh? Remember, Nick, you promised you'd save me. If you lose, me and my sister's ghost will come after you and haunt you. Your sister? Are you talking about Mystic Mia? Yeah, do you remember her, Burley? My sister was a super good lawyer. She was also Nick's teacher. Oh, I didn't know that. I like Pearly. I hope she sticks around somewhat. Oh, that was a very short recess. Alright, break time? I'll be right back. Well, I'm back. Court will now reconvene. Now the first order of... I don't want to hear it, old man. After I call my witness, sit there quietly and watch like a good little boy. Yes, sir. Bring in the photographer who witnessed the channeling. Witness, your name and occupation, if you please. Hey, Phoenix, how you doing? Just fine. Sorry about this, didn't exactly have a choice, you know. Yeah, the name and occupation. I declare, what in tarnation? Hey, Judge, this here is violence against my fair self. That's fine. That's fine, that ain't fine, that's a whip! Ah! There is no need for foolish outcries from foolish fools. Just hurry up and testify about what happened on the day of the murder. I haven't even gotten to say my name and job yet. The name's Laura Hart, paranormal photographer, and I'm here to testify. No, let's all be one big happy family. Okay. Only the doc and the defendant went into the channeling chamber. We were waiting outside the door and then bang! We hear this gunshot. Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down and we rushed into the room. Inside was the dead victim and the defendant, waving a pistol around. I swear, other than those two, there was no one else in the room. And did you take a picture of the scene right after the murder took place? Reckon course? Eh, excuse me? Reckon course. It's short for you reckon? Of course I did. Ah. Does it look like I care? Just hurry up and show your picture to the court. Moment of truth, what will be in that picture? Let's see here. This here's the picture. What? It would certainly seem that only the defendant and the victim were in that room. Why wasn't this picture around from the beginning? Because she took it and went home to develop it, so... She only brought it in now? Only brought it in now? The police took it? Lada's photo headed to the court record. Are you ready, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I will clear all doubt about Maya through this cross-examination. Yes, it's 2002, gotta get those pictures developed. Of course. The place where the bullet hit the folding screen. My parents did buy a 5.0 megapixel digital camera back in the day. That's pretty good. In 2002? That's pretty good. Just watch me. Was it really only those two that went in? What are you blabbering about? You were there too, were you not? By the way, this is definitely not a conflict of interest. Why don't you answer that yourself? Was it really just the two of them? Yes, Dr. Gray and Maya were the only two that went into the room. Hold on, we can't have the defense testify against its own client. I mean, if anything, I would have to be a witness. I wouldn't be able to defend her, right? Just wait till you get to Great Ace Attorney. Oh. Is Great Ace Attorney in Britain? Or does Sherlock come to Japan? It's in the UK? Okay. So it's the Queen versus, or the King versus the defendant. Anyway, folks, only the two of them went into the channeling chamber, you hear? But you knew that from the very beginning, didn't you? Witness, continue. Was it really a gunshot? Are you insane? You must have heard it as well. Why don't you testify for the court, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Was it really a gunshot? Yes, I think it was something that sounded like a gunshot. Why are we here listening to the defense testify? The world becomes just a little crueler. I heard a gunshot a long time ago, so I know. And I tell you, that was a gunshot I heard. Now this is where the story heats up. Actually, voicing her, I definitely should do a voice that resembles Sydney's voice in English in Final Fantasy 15, but I despise that. Like, too many games go for that. Those are my people. I don't despise the real people. I despise the localizations that make the characters be like that. So let me get this straight. This Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down? Honestly, Mr. Phoenix Wright, why don't you tell us what happened then? Does your mom speak like that, Melty? Yes, Miss Von Karma. I broke the door down. Sorry. How does this feel like an inquisition? No need for apologizing. That was great. You're a real man. Oh, really? That's something I would have liked to see. The judge is smiling rather openly. I'll take that as a good sign. And what did you see once you broke in? Are you sure it was the defendant, Maya Fey? Sure, I'm sure. Gotta go get supplies or something? Be back in around an hour or so? Ah, avoiding my question, I see. Alright, enjoy whatever supplies you're getting. Lana, please think back to that day one more time. What you getting at? Remember what you said when we broke into the room? I was murdered. What? At a time like this? Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. But anyway, what's going on here? This gal, is she Maya? When you saw the murderer at that time, you couldn't even tell if it was Maya Fey or not. Am I correct? Well, you see... Porter. Miss Hart, you are here to present accurate testimony. Lana Hart is David's waifu? Definitely not. It's definitely Franziska, or whatever her name is. Yes. We're on a first name basis. Yeah, sorry. Good, this shifts things back to my side. For a defense lawyer, your defense is terribly lacking, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Witness, think back to when those two entered the channeling chamber. When they entered, one of those people that entered the chamber was Maya Fey, correct? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was Maya that went in. Well, it looks like we've come to a collective conclusion. The person in this picture is most certainly Maya Fey. Exactly. Rats, I'm trapped like one, again. Are you absolutely certain of that? Sure am, but that old witch chased us out of the room, so... Old witch? Does she mean Morgan Fey? There was no one else in there, and you know it. The channeling chamber was very dark, almost pitch black. Was there really no one else in there? What about... behind the folding screen? What about behind the folding screen? Did you check back there? Wreck even? Wreck even? Huh? What in the... Wreck given, you know, you reckon? That's a given. I took me a good look around the room once. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. I may have a word with you, Miss Hart. What? You got a problem? Right, given? I mean, I am having a little difficulty in understanding you. If you would stop saying such things as Wreck given, no then, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you see a problem with the testimony or not? Just as I thought. There's nothing wrong with her testimony. It was with her, so I know she's telling the truth. Enough. It seems that there are no issues with Miss Hart's testimony. At the time of the crime, only two people were in the channeling chamber. The victim, Dr. Turner Gray, and the defendant, Maya Fey. The face of the defendant cannot be verified in this picture. However, if we think about the circumstances, it would have to be the defendant. What am I going to do if I just let this go? What is it, Mr. Wright? You look as if you have something to say. If I make one wrong move, I'm going to have the judge against me. Uh-oh. Is there anything I can present that would prove it's not Maya in that photo? Your Honor, Mr. Wright, it is possible that the person in this photo is not the defendant. What? What? Do you know what you are proposing? Yeah, that's just plain false talk. Thanks, guys. Your show of support was just great. Now then, Mr. Wright, please show the court some proof. Prove to this court that the person in this photo is not Maya Fey. Well, now that is a harder ask. What I do see is from here the place where the folding screen was shot is not visible, I think. Like it's folded. However, in Maya, I don't think I see anything. The blood is in the front. Is the sleeve... The bullet hole... I don't know if it would be visible from here. What were you thinking? You were thinking bullet hole? It might be. Yeah, it could be like... I think it wouldn't be visible, but we can try that. I do see some weird shapes on her shoulder, but I don't know if that's like some shadow. Here's your proof. Is there a problem? Oh no, I thought I would work on my inflections. Just wondering what an objection with a twist of "you're wrong" sounds like. Mr. Wright, I'm sorry, but I don't follow your logic. Oh, it's not the photo. Well then. Well, there's the option to not present anything. Does this have her height? Because I would go with that. No. Did you try the clothes? Ah, no. No. What if I choose to not present anything right now? Oh, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor. That's very smart of you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You really should give up trying to prove this is not my affair. Didn't say anything about giving up. I just don't have the right piece of evidence to prove my argument. That's enough. Is this it? Is this all I could do? I think it's quite obvious to the court that a verdict of not guilty is not possible. I told you totally 100% impossible. Ms. Von Karma, do you have any further questions for this witness? Having established the defendant's guilt, further questioning won't be needed. What about the defense? No further questions, I presume? I couldn't protect Maya. The defense fucked up. Phoenix? Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Mia. I guess I made it just in time, wouldn't you say? Damn. But pearls? now she's or even smaller clothes. Her clothes are a bit small. Anyway, what are you waiting for, Phoenix? Let's go! But how? She's already taken away every advantage. The advantage is still in your hand. Think carefully, one more time, about what you saw in the channeling chamber. Do you remember what you told me yesterday? Dr. Gray! I was murdered. Let me take a screenshot of this. What? What, at a time like this? Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. You see, there is one final piece to this puzzle. Mia. Question Lotta one more time, Phoenix. I don't know if she's doing it unconsciously or on purpose, but she's not testifying truthfully. Now then, the court would like to end the cross-examination period. Please wait, Your Honor. The defense would like to request that the witness testify one more time. Overruled. I'm afraid you're too late, Mr. Wright. The cross-examination is already ended. Furthermore, any unrelated... It's fine. I'll allow another testimony. Von Karma's case is perfect. Absolutely flawless. And what better time than this for you to see that? But I mean, I have some place I must go after this. Alright, I'll allow it. Miss Hart, hurry and give us another testimony. Well, heck, what am I supposed to talk about? Please tell us once more, what happened when you burst into the channeling chamber? Okay, you got it. See, you got through to the judge somehow, right? Well, actually, it was Von Karma's whip that got through to him. When we broke into that room, all I could focus on was Maya. I was kinda scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it. I'm really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff, but still managed to point my camera at Maya and take a shot. Didn't you take 2 photos? Where's the other one? Nothing sounds different from before. Some parts of her testimony were very vague. I should press her on those sections. Struggle all you like as you taste the bitterness of your defeat. Well, amuse me with your useless questions, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I am waiting. So, what did she look like? You know, she looked almost like a different person. A different person? She may have seemed like a different person, however, she was still Maya Fey. We have already made that point abundantly clear. Yes, that is true. Well then, Miss Hart, did you happen to see anything else? And perhaps that body was not Dr. Gray's at all. Well, I reckon that's possible. If the body inside of that room was not that of Dr. Gray, then whose body was it, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Well, what if it was that of Maya Fey after the channeling, or maybe... Foolish fool, spotting foolish foolishness, just as I expect of a foolish fool such as you. If that were the case, then what would mean? That would mean that Maya Fey is in fact dead. And that would make the defendant's share quite a lonely place, wouldn't it? Sorry, Maya. Are you all done here? Can I continue? Even knowing that, you still persist in being a paranormal photographer? That's why I'm getting out of this here business. This gal's gonna get in the dirt on the stars and be a tabloid photographer from now on. She goes through jobs faster than the baby through diapers. Ah! Mr. Phoenix Wright, would it kill you to stay on topic for a change? Well, would it, Mr. Wright? Nice tag teamed in stereo. I guess I should be grateful it's not in 5.1. Two, right? Two what? 2 shots. You took 2 shots. But only one has been submitted as evidence. Miss Hart, where's the other picture you have been withholding? No, you got it all wrong. It's not me. I didn't mean anything bad. I know I can be a little mean, but I ain't evil. Well, at least she knows herself. And why have you not shown this other picture to the court yet? Well, ain't it obvious that prosecutor woman told me to shut my trap about it? What? Von Karma! Miss Von Karma, you're hiding critical evidence. Unforgivable, Von Karma. Suppressing evidence like this, you're as bad as your father. Your Honor, the defense asks that Prosecutor Von Karma be held in contempt of court. Well, yes. Me in contempt of court. You can't be serious. But you hid evidence from the court on purpose. That's not fair. Phoenix, are you a lawyer or a school child? I was so angry I lost my composure. Miss Von Karma, would you care to explain yourself to this court? I thought this picture was not important and thus felt no need to submit it, that's all. How could you think? The pictures were more or less the same, so why bother with the second? I mean, it's just so much more trouble than it's worth for me to submit this as evidence. More trouble than it's worth? How? How can you say that? If you want to see it that badly, I'll submit it. You think that's the same photo? Oh, at least it's clear it's not mine. Now we can see there is no bullet hole, though. What is this? What is this picture? It's obviously the second picture the witness took that day at the scene of the crime. Well, it's a little off-center, but that's what you get with a nervous amateur. I think the important point here is the person in this picture. This is most definitely not my affair. What is the meaning of this? This might be the break I was looking for. Now, should I or should I not insist that the person in this picture is not Maya? Your Honor, as you can plainly see, the person in the picture is not Maya Fey. Yes, I see that. It's not just her face. Her whole body has taken on a different appearance. There's only one conclusion that can be drawn then. That somehow this other person snuck in and traded places with the defendant. Order. Well, yes, I believe you are correct, Mr. Wright. The person who was inside the channeling chamber was not my affair. Mia, we did it. You're too soft. Huh? You're softer than Aunt Morgan's strawberry desserts, Phoenix. Take a look at Prosecutor Von Karma's face. She's smiling. I think you would better continue to worry, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Miss Von Karma, what do you mean by that? Your Honor, I would like for you to take a look at this picture. This was taken yesterday at the detention center's visitor room. This is Mr. Phoenix Wright and the defendant, Maya Fey, during his visit. Maya Fey? But isn't this a totally different person? She looks this way because she is obviously in the middle of channeling a spirit. It's unbelievable that she can... Yet it is the truth. When Maya Fey is in that state, she physically changes into the person she is calling. Miss Von Karma, a word if I may. Yeah. Taking pictures of someone during a private visit is illegal. Surely you must know that that picture can't be submitted as evidence. Obviously, I know this picture is illegal. But I never intended to submit it as evidence in the first place. What is she? From the moment I showed this picture to the court, this case became all mine. After all, this image has now been forever burned into the judge's mind. I don't have even a single witty line. It looks like we've been had. I don't claim to understand this, and I still cannot believe it. Are you saying that this person is the defendant, Maya Fei? If I give up here, the trial will end. And if I slip up and say something wrong, it will cost me. Is there any way I can prove that the person in this picture is not Maya? Your Honor! Oh, the fire has returned to your eyes, I see. This picture! Within this picture lies a critical contradiction to all the testimony up until now. A contradiction? So you think you've spotted the problem with this picture? Then hurry your keep. Why don't you point out exactly what is strange? Please direct your attention here. To the sleeve? But there isn't anything odd about it. And that is exactly what is so odd. Something that should be there is suddenly missing. Should be there. There was a bullet hole in the sleeve of the defendant's costume. If that's the case, then it should be in this picture as well. Miss Von Karma, you intended to hide this valuable piece of evidence. You will most certainly be assigned a penalty for this. Alright, this should do some major damage to our argument. Don't celebrate yet. You like to bring down the mood, don't you? Take a look at Miss Von Karma's face. Ah, she's got that condescending grin plastered all over her face again. Jumping the gun again, I see, Your Honor. I would like to extend an apology on behalf of those incompetent fools. What do you mean? And what incompetent fools? If those fools down at the precinct hadn't missed the bullet hole, I would have gotten a report about it. As I didn't, I could have not known that this picture was of any value to this case. I see. She's lying through her teeth, I know it. That woman knew everything. The bullet hole, the picture, everything. But you can't prove that. Francisco Von Karma's idea of a perfect case is quite fascinating, don't you think? Your Honor, you need not worry. If you must assign a penalty, I'll personally make sure that the detective gets what's coming. I'm sure there will be a great gnashing of teeth at his next celery discussion. Poor Gumshoe. In any case, this is a very big problem. When the defendant was taken into custody, her costume had a bullet hole in its sleeve. However, from this photo, it would appear that right after the shooting, there was none. The judge is confused by this strange twist of events. This is your chance, Phoenix. Load all you got into this one shot, alright? Got it. What's this, Maya? Your Honor, there's only one logical explanation for the contradiction. The shooter is someone else. The defendant's sleeve had a bullet hole in it. However, this person's clearly does not. There can be only one explanation. The person who shot Dr. Grave was not the defendant, but a different person altogether. What? Order, order, order. If order is not restored, I will suspend this trial. Why me? The defense's argument is a complete mess. A complete mess? I fail to see how. Please enlighten us. Hey, witness. Ah, what the heck? Is that any way to ask a gal a favor? Be quiet, you. You were the one who said it was only the two of them when you entered the room. Well, you know, if you are lying, I swear that my whip will be the last thing you see. Well, look, sis, you're looking mighty scary, so why don't we say, swear I wasn't lying or nothing. There wasn't anyone else in there, honest. You see. Now riddle me this, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? Where did the defendant vanish to? And where did this other woman appear from? Why is it lately all I want to do is cry? Well, if the person in this picture is not the defendant, then this poses two very big questions. First, where did the defendant vanish to? And second, where did this person come from? That's right. Now hurry up and answer, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? Come on, you can't fall apart here, Phoenix, Wright? Can't believe that even me is calling me by my full name. But I mean, how am I supposed to prove something like this? Not enough yet, Mr. Phoenix, Wright? Or do you think you have enough in you to turn things around even now? To turn things around. That's right, Mia would always turn things around and change her perspective. Phoenix? So where did this intruder appear from and where did Maya disappear to? I need to look at this situation from a different angle. Let's see. What if before we broke in, the third person was already in the room? What if Maya had left that room somehow? I could prove that either one of those conditions were true. Mr. Wright, let's hear what you've come up with. I think what happened before we forced our way into the channeling chamber is... a third person had entered it. Your Honor, I would like to present some evidence. I have proof that there was someone else in the room before the murder took place. Do I have proof? Please take a good look at this. Okay. I've already seen it. Thank you. And what is the purpose of this item? Don't you see, Your Honor? I don't think you actually see what you are doing. I think it's the court that should be sighing at you, Mr. Wright. Ouch, that stung. I'm sorry, but I simply can't. You see? And the reason is quite simple, because there is no explanation, that's why. As I thought, another big waste of this court's time. Phoenix, you can't just give up like that. But Mia, rethink things one more time. There has to be an explanation. I'm already perfect, so of course my conclusions are also perfect. Alright, Phoenix, calm down and let's try this one more time. What if before you broke in, the third person was already in the room? What if Maya had left that room somehow? If I could prove that either one of these conditions were true... So right, let's hear what you've come up with. I think what happened before we forced our way into the channeling chamber is... I really thought there would be a person behind the folding screen. Maya had left the channeling chamber at some point, and the defense can prove this. Oh, how a foolish fool makes a foolish face while dreaming foolish dreams. Maya Fey was being looked after by her aunt, Morgan Fey. The chances of her leaving the crime scene is lower than the detective's salary. Anyway, let's see some evidence. Prove that from the murder until the time of arrest, the defendant had left the room. Miss Hart, do you remember this key? Well, I've seen it. Hey, that's the channeling chamber key, right? Before the channeling started, Maya locked the door from the inside with that. The defendant herself locked the door. Yeah, that's why we all couldn't get the door open. That key's the only one that's the only one of its kind after all. Oh, one of a kind, you say? Wait. Mr. Phoenix, right? Yes? Looks like she's catching on. I'm afraid to ask, but why is that key currently in your possession? What do you mean? If Maya Fey locked herself in, then the key should have been with her. Yes, agreed. However, she did not have the key at the time of her arrest. Huh? Well, ain't that a kick? So how come you're holding it? I got this as a present from a certain little girl. And that little girl was nowhere near the crime scene. That's preposterous. This means that Maya Fey must have left the room. If she had not, then I would not be holding this key you see before you. No! It seems we have come to an impasse. This picture has clearly captured the face of the murderer. However, is this person the defendant or not? The defense is arguing that this person is not the defendant. Furthermore, as proof, this key has been submitted as evidence. Ms. Von Karma, how can this be? At this point in time, a verdict on the defendant's guilt is not possible. My perfect case. How is there a flaw in my perfect case? Don't think you've won yet, Mr. Phoenix, right? I am a prodigy. I have never lost a case. And I don't intend to lose here in this courtroom to a fool like you. I don't care what I have to do. I will get my guilty verdict. That's enough. If you would like to continue, do so in the lobby. Court will reconvene tomorrow at 10 a.m. That's all. Court is adjourned. Wow! That was you, Pearly? You saw my sins? Yes, I felt I had no choice. Great going, Pearly. I knew you were special. Hey, Nick, did you know? Yeah, it's not like anyone else in there could have done that. Nick, I know you're trying really hard and all, but I really don't remember ever leaving that room. And I don't think that a third person could have gone into that room. Yeah. Well, at least we have until tomorrow to figure things out. Like, what happened in that room, for instance. Yeah, I'm counting on you. I envy the two of you. Oh, by the way, Nick, do you think you could take Pearly back home for me? Sure. Alright, Pearls, you're ready to go buy some tickets? A ticket? Poor thing, so sheltered. Well. Thank you very much for bringing me home, Mr. Nick. You're welcome. I had to come and look into a few things here today anyway. I thought about this a little. If Mystic Maya didn't kill that nice man, she definitely didn't. Yes, of course. But if she didn't, then someone else did, right? That murderer person. Yes, Pearls? Oh, I see. Wonder what's wrong. She seems sad. Why haven't we asked her where she got the key? About this key, Pearls. You found it on the day of the murder, right? Yes. Now, where you found this key is very important. So please tell me, Pearls, where did you find this? I found it in the incinerator. The incinerator? Is she talking about the one in the garden? The door in it was a little open, so I took a peek. When was that? It was after the channeling, when everyone was in a panic. Mr. Nick? Yes? Are you still going to tell my mother? What? You mean tell Morgan what you did? Yes, if she finds out that I was playing in the leftover trash, I'll get a spanking. Gotcha. Well, let's keep it a secret from her then, alright? The incinerator, huh? Sounds like a good place to search next. Cool. So what did you think of seeing your first trial? I was really surprised. I had never seen so many people before. Oh. And Mystic Maya looked so small and helpless. Well, Maya's already naturally short, so... And then that snobby woman with her ruffly clothes. Ruffly? Oh, she means Francisca. She had such a bad attitude. She acted like she had already decided that Mystic Maya did it. I'm going to tell her what I think of her tomorrow. I wouldn't miss tomorrow's trial for the world. Why was that woman bullying Mystic Maya? Well, she's the opposite of a lawyer, a prosecutor, so her job is to prove people guilty. They don't care if someone's innocent, all they care about is if they win. That's terrible! But she's really a good prosecutor with a heart on the inside, right? There's no one like that. All prosecutors are the same. Well, he might have become a good guy, eventually. He? Who are you talking about, Mr. Nick? Is it that person Mystic Maya was talking about? Mr. Edgeworth? That was a long time ago. He's not around anymore. Huh? He clutched onto his foolish pride too fiercely, and died for it. Oh, that's too bad. He died? Except not really. By the way, yes, what is it? You wouldn't happen to know anything about who the murderer is, would you? What are you asking me? No, I was just thinking earlier. Didn't see anything. She didn't see anything. Oh. Speaking of that, during the murder, where was Pearls and what was she doing? And on top of that, this key. Since when did she pick this up? I just realized that I never asked you what you were doing at the time of the crime. Pearls, where were you and what were you doing when the murder happened? What I was doing? I wasn't doing anything. She's really bad at lying. You can whisper it to me. I won't tell anyone else, I promise. Oh boy. I guess you can see through my lie, huh? Yeah, clearly. I can't lie to you, can I, Mr. Nick? people why? It's really empty. Training was supposed to be held today, but I guess it's already over. One thing I should find is where the other bullet landed. Looks like Morgan's here too, but she hasn't noticed me yet. What is she doing? It looks like she's talking to a picture. Don't you see? Take a look around. Finally my chance has come. I've waited for this day for so long. That's right. Prepare yourself, dear Misty. When, who's there? Oh, if it isn't Mr. Wright. I'm just curious about that picture you were just looking at. Oh, today was that event, was it not? Good sir. I heard you did well. Oh yes, thank you. I'm terribly sorry I could not attend the trial today. Please accept my apology. I had a previous engagement as I had to watch over the trainees training today. I get the sense she really doesn't want to talk about the picture. Well, because the master can't be here with us, you understand. And that is why a lowly branch family member such as myself must do this. So you have a grudge against the main family. Have you remembered anything about the murder? No, I told you everything I know already. Were you in this room the whole time Laura and I went to call the police? Yes, of course. I was by Mystic Maya's side the entire time. I performed the spirit severing technique and held her in my arms afterward. You said it yesterday as well. Did anything else happen? I would like to say more did. However, that is all that occurred. I was really hoping for some new info. I suppose nothing happened in the end, good sir. Sorry to have played on your hopes. Could you possibly be more patronizing? So do the students train every day? Yes, absolutely. They were given a day off the day after the murder, of course. However, and I assume both Maya and Pearls went through this training? Mr. Wright. Ah, yes. Wow, she got real scary real fast. How many times must I tell you before you understand, good sir? They are to be dressed as Mystic Maya and Mystic Pearl. Sorry, I meant Mystic Maya and Mystic Pearl. Wait, I'm sorry, but Mystic Pearl? Isn't that going a bit too far? Next question, please. Oh man, she's really being a pain in the butt about this. Please remember to watch not only what you say, but how you say it, good sir. So the master is, Maya's mother, right? Mystic Misty. She is a brilliant medium. Where is she now? We are not sure. Not sure. About 16 or 17 years ago, Mystic Misty failed at channeling a certain spirit, and after that she simply disappeared. I don't believe she will return to this village in any case. And in 4 years' time, her name will be forever erased from this village. Erased? A person who has been away from the village for over 20 years is considered dead. Oh, I see. And that is 4 years from now for her. When that happens, a new master will be appointed to Kurain village. And Mystic Maya was supposed to become the next master. However, with this murder, I'm afraid I must be imagining things. I thought she was laughing to herself for a second there. There is Mystic Maya before I applied the spirit severing technique. This picture, it was taken without my express permission. I knew allowing a person like her from the Heartland into our country was a bad idea. You do realize that the Heartland is a part of this country, right? What do you think about this? I am terribly sorry, but I'm afraid my spiritual powers are not as strong as you might think. I really am terribly sorry, but this has nothing to do with your spiritual power. That is Mystic Maya's costume, isn't it? It's a shame. I never thought anything like that would have happened to her. But we don't know that it was Maya that did it. Oh, poor Mystic Maya. You ever listen to anyone other than yourself? This is the key to this room. That's right. But why do you have it, good sir? That I'm not telling. Return it at once. I can't. It's evidence, after all. I think she knows exactly how important this key is to this murder. What is this feeling I'm getting from her? It feels, I can't describe it. Tatsujin? There are 6 parts to the Korean sacred writings. To think that this valued treasure of our village and Mystic Maya were both shot by a gun. Well, that's, even if it was something that occurred during a channeling, it is an unforgivable act. What do you think about this? Some empty space. Getting a little sleepy here. It's not even 3 a.m. What? There's more stuff there now. Hey, there's someone by the incinerator. Oh, looks like they've noticed me. And are now running at top speed towards me. Oh, hey! You're that dentist guy. Actually, it's Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Nice to see you again. Oh, like real suave. So it's like my turn. It's nice to see you, too. So, what's up? You're all out of breath. You mean... I'm just totally happy and, totally excited to be here. Excited? I mean, there are so many things to, see? It's, the real deal here. Oh, really? For example, that, urn over there. Do you, know about it? All I see is an old, cracked piece of pottery. That's right. Pearl said she found its key inside the incinerator. I guess I should take a look inside for myself. This is from Way's costume. There's blood on it. A tiny bit, but still. cloth scrap. Unburned remains found inside the garden incinerator. A small amount of blood is on it. Splendid garden with a small lamp of traditional decorations. Yeah. Someone tried to burn this. Get the feeling that incinerator played a crucial part in this murder. So do I. Is there some sort of legend connected with that urn? Like, yeah, it's like this village's treasure. Didn't know that. And like, it's sealed inside that urn. It's? What are you talking about? Like, you know, Amy Faye's spirit. Amy Faye? Who's that? Like, geez, Mr. Smith, get with the program. Everyone knows the lady that founded the Kurain channeling technique was Mystic Ami. You don't have to get upset with me. So, like, as long as her spirit, like, lives in that urn, the spiritual power of the Faye family will stick around. Like, isn't that totally romantic? Romantic. If that urn is really as important as she says, it could be a vital clue. A vital clue. Amy, I want to ask you about the murder. Murder? Dr. Grace, remember? As if there's another one. Oh, that one. Like, you should have said so in the first place. So, like, I totally don't know anything because I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Well, it's not much help. Did you notice anything at all? Like, come on, what a total bore. I, like, totally have nothing to do with this, like, murder thing. Oh yeah, you only introduced Dr. Gray to Korean Village. No relation, sure. Even if you were only acquaintances, that still means you knew him. Furthermore, your sister, who died in that accident, was a nurse at his clinic. Alright then, why don't you tell me about your sister's fatal accident? Like, why? You think, like, it got something to, like, do with the murder? I don't know yet, but I'm trying to chase down every lead I can. Cyclops? Like, what is it? Looks like I'm going to need something to pry her mouth open on this one. Like, I'm really sorry, but I know, like, you totally had in your heart set on it, but I can't, like, take it. Oh, Ami Faye. What do you know about this person? I'm like, sorry, but it's sort of like time for my nap. He's even got me on here. I like totally don't care about that person anyway. She doesn't care about her sister that's dead. Oh, that's a little shitty thing to say. The wedding is all laid out today too. Guess I'll leave them alone for now. Keep wondering about this box. I'm sure this wasn't here before the murder took place. Looks like a box for storing clothes, but it's pretty big for just clothes. It's mostly empty, but a few folded pieces of channeling costumes sit at the bottom. Excuse me, who am I talking to? There's no one here. It's a decorative wooden bear sculpture. There's a plate attached to the base. Korean Village, the heart of channeling. What the? It's a souvenir. Right. Man, I am confused. Slightly confused. Very confused. Oh, I am. Tommy. So there's a spirit in the turn, all I see are a bunch of cracks. But I guess maybe the spirit could live in the space between the cracks? Looks like something's written on it. I am, huh? Weird. Dummy-faced spirit is sealed within, it's shipped and cracked all over. This is a mystery for Melty. Are all the clues on their small tables? No. But he's always saying, oh, the such and such is an anagram for such and such. So... realizing that I am is Ami, written in another way, is a job for Melty. Sure, it's helpful to you in some way, but I'm still in training, so I don't know anything about it. I'm really deeply sorry. No, it's okay. I shouldn't have shown you something so trivial anyway. Very sorry. This case has had me out of the office most of the time. I can come back tomorrow. Helping Maya should be my top priority now. Hey Nick, I've been waiting. She looks so helpless. So, how was it? What did you find out? Well, I found a few things. Is it so bad that you can't even look me in the eye? I just need a little more time. It'll all come together by tomorrow, I promise. I'm sorry, Nick. Every time I see you, all I do is cause trouble. So how was it? Today's trial, I mean. You were fantastic, Nick. Every time I thought our goose was cooked, you managed to turn it all around. I bet it would make a great Hollywood movie. Don't be silly. We have to concentrate on the trial. We're going to win this, Maya. Thanks a lot. Really. Hey, Nick. The person who shot Dr. Gray wasn't me, was it? Of course not. You're completely innocent. If that were true, then I'd be really happy, but there wasn't anyone else in that room with the two of us, right? Well, did you check behind the folding screen? I took a quick glance, but there wasn't anyone there. That's exactly what Lotta said, too. Nick? Yeah? Why do you believe in me? Why do you think I didn't kill Dr. Gray? Because of something Mia told me. My sis? What did she tell you? She said that spirit mediums can't have dreams. When you're channeling, it's impossible for you to dream because your soul leaves you. Now that you mention it... Wait, then I really am... You are not the real murderer. I think that maybe before you even called the spirit, you were drugged. Drugged? I think this was planned from the very beginning. And you were set up to take the blame for killing Dr. Gray. That's... I want to ask you something about Pearls. Pearlie, what about her? No matter what I try, she won't answer me. I want to know what she was doing at the time of the murder. Huh? Wait, Nick! You don't think she did it, do you? No, nothing like that. She'd never do anything like that, you hear me? Never. She's a great kid, and really cute, and really great, and cute. I didn't really think she was the murderer, but she's definitely hiding something. You were with her on that day, right? Yeah, the two of us. We were playing with her ball. A ball? Sounds like a dead end to me. So about this ball. It's nothing really special. It's just a plain old ball. I think she was still playing with it when I started the channeling job that day. Pearly really loves to play with that ball. She loves to play with that ball? Huh? When she wants to get it, she always climbs right into the clothing box. Clothing box? Yeah. Pearly's always hiding in there. You know the side room? There's a clothing box in there? It's really big, so once you see it, I'm sure you'll know what I'm talking about. Clothing box in the side room, huh? But it wasn't there at the start. That's Kurain's sacred urn. Mystic Ami's soul is sealed inside of it. Yeah, I know all about it. I found out she's the founder of the Kurain technique. Oh, look at Mr. Smarty here. Thinks he knows all. You sound like an occult fanatic. Trust me, this isn't going on my resume anytime soon. You know, I haven't looked at this in a long time. I wonder when it became so cracked. What is it? I'm not too sure myself, but I found it just now inside the furnace. Huh. Is it trash burning day already? That's not something I would know about. I guess she didn't notice the blood stain. Probably better that way. Is it? This is me, right? I guess I really did shoot Dr. Gray. That's not you. It's Stu. Is not. It's Stu. I should have kept this picture to myself. Ah, that's the channeling chambers. This is the only one in the world, right? Yeah. During the trial, I was kind of wondering why you had it. I got it from Pearls. That's weird. I swear I locked the door and then put the key into one of my pouchy sleeves. Your sleeve? But how and when would your sleeve leave the room? It didn't grow a pair of legs. I wonder where Pearly found that key. That hole, it looks an awful lot like a bullet hole. That's probably what it is. That's terrible! How could this happen to such an important screen? Instead of dwelling on the hole, let's focus on the fact that you weren't shot. Hey, you're right! So I was the one who was about to get shot, huh? That's terrible! Who would want to shoot little old me? I guess she didn't realize she was the one being shot at until now. I can't think of anything special about it. Okay. Go away, Lotta. Hey, wait! Please, Lotta! She ran off into the manor. Lotta? Huh? Telling you, quit following me, you hear? Oh, worthless piece of trash. They'll lay eyes on me and they'll turn you to dust. I can't disagree with the trash part, but, oh, samurai. Steel samurai. Pretty sure I saw Lotta run into this direction, and it doesn't look like she's here. It's Pearl's ball. Maya said that it's always kept in the clothing box. Welcome back, Melty. So then, what is it doing on the floor? Pearl's favorite toy. She was playing with this at the time of the murder, it seems. It's the clothing box where Pearl's ball is usually kept. I wonder what's inside. Ah! What? Whoa, what were you doing in there? What were you thinking? Oh, that person, just another piece of human trash. I needed a hole to crawl into. So you crawled into this clothing box because there wasn't a hole to crawl into? Oh man. Huh? There's a small hole in this clothing box. It's about 8 inches off the ground. That's the same height as the hole in the folding screen. And could this... Now we're getting somewhere. Ooh. Was the outfit shot in the box? I know, because she was wearing it. It's the clothing box where Pearls keeps her ball. Then I felt my soul take off for a sec when Laura jumped out at me. It's big enough to fit a grown adult. Well, she can be called an adult. That is very debatable. Oh, Mr. Nick, that person ran by here just now. What person? You know, that person with the fluffy cotton candy hair. Ah, she means Lana. She said don't look at me with them eyes, but I'm not that scary, am I? I don't think that's quite what she meant. Oh, that's right. She also wanted me to tell you. Going on a trip to find myself, so don't you bother finding me. Oh, well, thanks. You're welcome. I hope she never shows up again. I'm sure she's in every game. I'm sure it is helpful to you in some way, but I'm still in training. You don't want a ball? With the Megadon, I can unlock your Cyclops, right? Yes, what should I do? I should tell you what my secret is. Should I tell you what my secret is? If you would just tell me, it would be easier for the both of us. I'm so nervous. Rose is holding the key to the soul case. I can feel it. Speaking of keys, this one turned out to be quite important too. I didn't think it would literally be the key to today's trial, though. I'm sorry, I don't know who this person is. You never left Grain Village once she's from the village. Is there other evidence? Hey, Morgan. Yes, what is it? And must you be so noisy? We have a rule here. The hallway is not for running. Now then, in a calm manner, ask your question. Okay, anyway, did you see Lotta come by here? That girl from the Heartland. I'm sorry, but she did not pass by here at any time. Lotta, you sure know how to waste a man's time. Gee, I'm not sure what to do when I'm, like, crashing hard. I didn't nap today because I had dinner with my dad, and it shows. I might need to cash out for today. Mia! Phoenix, it's good to see you. I was really worried, so I thought I'd see how you were doing. You might get caught on film again. There are certain risks you have to take in life, or in my case, death. Anyway, how are you doing? Have you found anything useful? Only a little. I think I'm slowly beginning to understand everything, piece by piece. Everything will resolve itself by tomorrow, somehow. There's still a whole slew of questions for you to answer before the trial tomorrow. You mean like how did the real murderer get into the room and kill Dr. Gray? Yes! Also, when did the murderer enter the channeling chamber? You guys were all standing around the front of the room after the channeling started. Which means that the murderer must have gone into that room before the channeling. That's what I think in any case. The client already said there wasn't anyone else in there. That's true, but if we can't figure out the murderer's movements, we're stuck like a beached whale. I never thought I'd see this day. Are you actually asking me about spirit channeling? This case is all about spirit channeling, and I feel like I don't understand a thing about it. Well, that's only natural. After all, spirit channeling isn't exactly an everyday thing, is it? Yeah, I guess you're right. The power to change your physical appearance into the person you're calling was something our ancestor Mystic Ami Faye acquired. I've heard that name before. The Faye family was originally a family known for its service to the gods. When Mystic Ami was born, she was given a certain fate through her name. Because you see, she was named after one of the Buddhas of Buddhism, Amitabha. To this day, her soul is still sealed in the Kuraim's sacred urn. It usually sits in the Winding Way and has her name written on it. Yeah. Oh, come on, Phoenix, it's just a fairy tale. Are you saying that me being able to see you is just a fairy tale too? Well, it's about time I left. Mia! We'll be in big trouble if the guard sees me here. Phoenix? Yes, Chief? There's still a lot of dirt left in this case. Once you think you've gathered all the evidence, Then come back. Yes, Chief. Definitely have not. And she didn't say anything really useful. Yeah, I think I need to go. I'm just struggling to stay awake here. It's not fun for me, not fun for you, I guess. Oh well. Sorry for cutting this short, but I don't have anything tomorrow, so I'm probably going to be more well rested. Yeah, I guess I'm headed off to bed. Thanks for watching and hanging out. And yeah, apologies for the early end, but I'm I'm really struggling here. Yeah, definitely not arrogance. Definitely not. Goodbye. Good night.